Alrighty YouTube, and welcome back to Fern Valley Farm YouTube channel. On this channel we are pure country. We are back in the basement today. It's snowing like crazy. It's going to be really cold. I got to go plow snow a little while, but I need to get some of this stuff. I'm getting a good jump start and getting ready for spring here. What I am building today is, when I do my splits in the spring, you know, you can do your splits in like 5-frame nuke boxes, which works great. But I kind of don't like to mess with my bees once they start going. Once I split them and they're in their box, I hate to take and transfer them. So I'll do my splits in my 10-frame deeps. What I'm going to do, I did this last year, and I took this styrofoam. This is just some scrap 2-inch foam that I had left over from my insulated inner covers. I cut it, flipped it in the box. I had 2 of them, one here, one here. That turned it into a 5-frame nuke. Then, as the bees started growing, pull it out, put your other frames in. Then your bees are already in their box. You don't got to touch them. I kind of like to go by the Mother Nature theory a little bit on some of this stuff. I don't like to mess with them unless I really have to. So I used this foam, put 2 in, like I said, it would turn it into a 5-frame. Okay, and it worked just fine. To me, it's a little sloppy. I need more, actually. So what I'm doing, instead of using these this year, which still could be used, I'm going to just make them a little stronger, something a little more longer lasting. I am taking 1/4-inch OSB, and I'm using OSB on this because this isn't a permanent thing. You don't want to use OSB like on your floors or your roofs because moisture can get in this stuff and it can start to come apart. But I'm building dividers with this stuff, and it'll hold up just fine. Divider will go in the box just like that. Turn this up so you can see it better this way. Like that. And that's fine. And it'll come out after 2 or 3 weeks and it's fine. Like I said, if you're doing something permanent, you don't want to use OSB because it can get moisture and it can start to come apart. What I did was I took a 1x4 and I cut it 1.5 inch strips. And I'm going to take this on my router table. I'm going to route a groove, a 1/4-inch groove down the middle. Pop this on, glue it, and there's your divider. And that's pretty simple. That's all there is to it. You could even turn these 5 frames into 2 frames if you want. So these dividers will come in handy for a bunch of different things. If you want to just have a 2-frame box, you can put the divider in there also. So I am going to take these to the table saw, or to the router, I should say. Let me turn the camera here so you can see. I'm going to put these on the router table. So this thing gets really loud, so I'm going to cut a bunch of them and show you. Let me zoom this camera in here. Hold on. I wish I had a camera person. Someday maybe I could hire somebody, right? Sure. All right. Now you can see a little bit better. Okay. I'm going to turn this on. What I'm going to do, I've got this router set to be centered down the middle of this board, and it's only going to cut like a 1/4-inch deep notch in here. I'll do the rest of them later. You guys don't need to see me watch. Wait, whoops, sorry. All right, let's back this off. Let's get this set again. All right. You can see the nice groove that it put right down the middle of this board. There you can see it on the camera. That's all there is to it. You take your board. I cut these. I had to trim these a little bit, but they're cut to fit obviously right in inside, just like that. And they go all the way down to the bottom. They go all the way down to the bottom. There's maybe a 1/4-inch gap. So you know, if you have this sitting like this, it's all the way in. Bees could go underneath and get on the other side, but they're not going to do anything. They're going to go right back to their comb. So cut the rest of those later. I just want to do this one for the video. I try and take the straightest edge. This was a 4x4 sheet of plywood, and I had to use my power. I had to use my hand saw to cut it because it was too big to put on my table saw. So your cuts aren't the straightest when you're trying to do this with a hand saw. That's why if you have access to a table saw or miter box, it's great. Once it was cut down, then I could put it on the table saw and square it here. My miter box, I squared it on either side here. All you do, there you go. That's it. Real nice and easy. But I'm going to adjust this to where it's set. So I am going to put this, let me see if I can, you can see it okay. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to adjust this box, I'm going to adjust this board. Alright, I'm going to mark it. I'm going to take a bead of glue. Not a lot, just a little. Here again, this Title Bond Premium Wood Glue works great. It's waterproof. This is really strong stuff. And when this stuff grabs, it grabs. So I'm going to put a small bead right down the center. Do I have to glue it? No. Well, yeah, actually, this you would want to glue this because you don't want this coming apart. Take your board. Get it centered. Now it's up a little higher here on the box because I want this to go all the way down. Let me show you. With my screen bottom board, I got this figured to where when this is on here, these are my screen bottom boards I built also myself. There is a video on this. I might redo it because it was like last year's video. I might redo this and show it a little bit different, but I'm going to build them the same way. That's actually next in this whole process. Put that in there. Boom. It's flush. See that? Flush across the top. When it's sitting, you can't really see it on the camera. Let me turn this up. When it's sitting, yeah, it's hard to see it on the camera. Yeah. Well, anyways, when it's sitting in the box, it's sitting pretty much on that screen. Pretty much sitting on that screen. It's not pushing it down too hard. But this way, the bees, when they're in here, when they come in and out, they'll come in their entrance. I'll have my 5 frames in the middle. I'll have one of these on either side. So when the bees come in, they're good. That's it. That's how simple this is. Now, once this thing dries, this thing is as sturdy as can be. Then it's easy to grab, it's easy to pull out. This will last a lot longer than the foam. You can see on here, they did try, and there's a little bit of bird comb on here. You can see that. You know, I should turn my light on here. That would make it a lot nicer. I always forget about this. Hold on. You can see the bird comb on here that they drew out a little bit, and they will, which is no big deal. You just scrape it off. And this worked just fine. This sat right in here, just like that. Same thing. Worked just as good. I just want something a little neater, a little more longer lasting. Because the foam will start to chip. They really didn't chew on this. They really didn't. Some people were asking if they were going to make holes in it. They really didn't. And it worked. And you don't have to build them this nice. I just did it just because I like to build stuff and it's winter. And this will last a long time. I don't know what I'm going to do next winter when I get all this stuff built. I'll probably have to build a few things here and there. But anyways, here you go. Real easy ways to make dividers for your splits. You could use this in your 10-frame box. You could use it in an 8-frame box. You can use it in a nuke, turn it into a 2-frame, however you want to do it. But once they're built, they're solid. And this thing is solid. It ain't going anywhere. Once that glue dries, it's great. So there you have it. So hopefully you like the idea. Any questions, comments, please leave them. Try it yourself. Give me a thumbs up, it'd be appreciated. consider subscribing to the channel. There's a little bell next to the subscribe button. After you hit the subscribe button, there's a little bell next to it, which you'll get notified on your phone, tablet, email, next time I make a video. So hopefully you'll subscribe, like the channel, support it, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.